Hey, what's up guys, this is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z Son Goku, the lowest born Saiyan Goku figure. And, it's a new Goku figure. I believe it's a Target exclusive in-store sort of situation. I don't remember exactly. I know I had my friend pick one up for me when he found it in the store. I've never seen them in the store. I don't think they're available online. I'm pretty sure that's the case. So thanks to him for doing that. I paid him, of course. But still, this is a new Goku, which is basically an old Goku. I'm pretty sure all of the parts are reused except maybe some faceplates. I didn't check because it doesn't really matter, because if you're buying this, it's not because it comes with new parts. It's because it's a particular version of Goku, and they kind of did a good job with it. It's not the most expensive figure, and it's not the most impressive figure, but it's solid, so we're going to review it. So let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. Alright, before we look at the figure, I do want to show you my package. It's a nice package, standard SH Figuarts. They're still doing the main color of the figure in the background, and they're still hiding the figure behind the photos, so that's not really the best choice. Nobody asked me, but I'll tell you what I think. I think the figure should be moved over so that you can see it more, and I think there should be contrast behind the figure rather than making it disappear. Just my 2 cents. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I will say the photos on the back are kind of nice. They're taking up a little bit more real estate. Usually the Dragon Ball figures don't have that many photos on the back, or at least that much size of photos, but it's a nice package for sure. Decent package, nothing remarkable though. So now let's talk about the figure. We already did one sort of question of the day, but I want to do another one right off the bat. Do you guys find things in store? Like when there's a Target Figuarts figure that you want, that they only sell in stores at Target, or let's say, I don't know, Jada Street Fighter, things like that. Are you guys finding these things in stores? Because the stores around me, and I don't live like in the middle of rural Nowhereville. I live in a normal place with fairly large cities around me, and I can't find a single thing that's ever worth finding in store. Like once in a blue moon, maybe. So let me know, do you guys ever find things? Because this one friend of mine, he finds them all the time where he lives, and he's always helping me out with different exclusives and things, and I can't find them anywhere ever. Alright, so he stands just about 16 centimeters to the top of his hair, closer to like 14.5 to the top of where his head would be, if you're worried about scale purposes. That'll put him at about 5 and let's say 7/8 to the top of his head, and then to his hair about 6.5 inches. Here he is up against good old Darwin, so, you know, close enough to 1/12 scale. If you wanted to do that, you could do it. So this guy, like I said, he's basically a bunch of reused parts, but he looks like a certain version of Goku for the most part. Is it perfectly accurate? No, but it does have that sort of look to it. It's the early Goku look, and it's generally a pretty good looking figure. The orange is questionable. I'd like to know what you guys think about it. I don't remember him ever wearing this dull, burnt orange look. I don't remember that at all. Now, as far as shading on this figure goes, it's non-existent except for down here on the pants, which is very strange. It doesn't add much to the figure. They used to put so much more paint on their figures, and it looks so much better when they did it. Now they just do it really sparingly, and it makes no sense. Why is there only shading on his shins? That makes 0 sense. If it's anywhere else, it's hidden. I don't think it's anywhere else. It's certainly not on the back. So that's really, really strange. The orange is fairly consistent throughout. It's not shiny. There's a little bit of shine at the shoulders, but otherwise it's not bad. Flesh tone, it's pale, which is reasonable for this version of Goku. It's consistent, again, no shading, and it's not shiny, so that's okay. The boots are alright, except this one is rotated really far. I don't remember that being a thing, and maybe I could take it apart and fix it, but if you want his foot to go forward, it doesn't line up. You have to turn it off to the side. So, little issue there, but otherwise it's good. I think the faces are really nice, and I'm pretty sure they reused some old faces from like a Kaioken Goku maybe, or which one was it? I think it was a Kaioken. I could be remembering wrong, but either way, these are really nice faces for early Goku. I think they look fantastic, and the hair is a nice satin or matte finish. That looks good. The faces sell it for me, and it does have that sort of earlier Goku look. Like, they're not changing bodies for the different eras. That's fine. It makes sense from a business perspective, but he shouldn't have the exact same build across every version, but it's okay. Paintwork on here is nice enough. I always think the white should be a little bit more white, but otherwise it's clean. So yeah, it's a good looking figure other than the weird shading on the shins. That's questionable, but the rest is done nicely. That's nice and clean there at the chest and the shirt transition. It's a good looking figure. If you don't have a cheaper Goku, this is a perfectly valid option to get. So I would say, aesthetically speaking, it's like an 8 out of 10. We definitely need better paints, but otherwise it's pretty solid. Now, as far as accessories go, We have a decent spread of faces. They are all very nicely done. I think they're a really good version of Goku. Sometimes we get these 3D transitions that don't quite look like the 2D. I think these are really solid. We do have two heads. We have the normal hair and then we have the windswept hair. I'm almost positive this is the hair that came in the that effect parts kit. It might be slightly different. I don't know. Like I said, it doesn't really matter unless you're buying it only for the hair, and then you can just look at it and see. I don't have my effect parts kit. I don't even know if I have one anymore. I think I do, but I don't have it with me, that's for sure. So there's that. And then for hands, we have a decent spread of the usual hands. Nothing special there, no effect part to go with them. But for a cheaper Goku, this is definitely a decent spread, so I will go 8 out of 10. The alternate hair is a nice addition. Okay, and now for the articulation. It's the same as before, so I'm not going to run it. If you guys haven't seen a Goku at this point, I've reviewed tons of them. They pose fine. They're not great. It's not the new version that's not out yet. You still have issues in the arms where like the sleeves aren't actually connected. You know, issues like that where you get flesh tone where it shouldn't be there, and so it looks goofy. But generally they pose well enough, and if you really need to see how they pose, you can check any of the other reviews. I'll put a couple up there or down in the description, but they pose well enough, and for a cheaper figure it's certainly fine. It's not one of their more impressive bodies, it's just fine. I mean, for what they can do, they have done much better, and they have a new one coming out, so they're probably going to crank out as many on the old body as they can before the new one releases, but it's fine, so I don't need to rate the articulation. It's a Figuarts figure that poses. So time for the final verdict. Is this a worthy addition to the collection? If you have all the Gokus already, it's not going to hurt to add this one. It's not one of the worst ones they've done. If you don't have any Gokus yet, this one's perfectly fine for an earlier version of Goku. It's actually pretty well done everywhere except for the shading. I don't think it's good the way they did the shading on the legs, but everything else is pretty darn clean and not bad looking if you can get past the color of the orange, which I might just be remembering incorrectly, but I don't remember it looking like that. But yeah, decent figure. I'll give it an overall rating of 8 out of 10 for the price point. It's a perfectly good purchase. I think most people who need a Goku will be happy with this one, and those of you who already have all the Gokus and are going to get this one anyway, it's not going to kill you. So there it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, but I'm done. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day, and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.